Wait, can I talk to him now that I'm a union man?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back. No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying.
What are we doing with the containers?
Covers for them sure, mister. About what? Oh, yes, yes. Of course, mister. I'm just sure, mister.
Okay, never mind. I thought I would have something different. So you mentioned that I wasn't part of the union, and then now I have the card, so I was wondering if... Okay. So if you go past Measurehead, how do you get over here? Wait, hold on. Did I get a...
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you...
Nope. Wonder if there... That'd be pretty silly if there really is something important in there. Okay, now I can go through here. And here. Cool. Oh, we can ask him about the armor.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
Labor Utopia.
A rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Any idea who killed the hangman?
Mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
The man whispers a jaunty tune.
All right. What about the armor?
The little boy had a good on his promise.
His promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine. What happened? I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Uh-huh.
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know?
Makes sense, Mignon.
So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cop's in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right.
Makes
for
sense, makes
Nina
sense.
footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
The probe into the armor. What'd you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
What kind of technical
I did
stuff?
some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove.
All right, that makes
As
sense.
I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
Hold on. 4 pieces? Helmet, cuirass, gauntlets, boots. What about the leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
I'm ambitious. I'm gonna find all of it. All the pieces.
There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, and I would leave the boots to processing, but okay. Let's find all of it.
And Mesqui's epic then, all across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you. A nuisance. It's all good.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
What is the quest? Find the armor pieces. Deck yourself out in full battle-hardened glory. Note, this might take a while. Like, a long while. Okay. So, we can get the boots off the body. We need to talk to Kuno about the helmet. See if we can find where he kicked it. Can I give her the novelty check?
Is this about the questions again? Because, wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir. Anything else I can do for you?
That was easy. Worryingly so. Blow the whole thing on speed and gin.
Electrochemistry, shut up!
Speed and...
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
Come on, give me something to work with here.
She looks up from under her brow.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
What are those?
A colorful display of cigarettes.
Cigs?
Bottles
Shimmering wall of vices.
light. The bottles wink at you in the light. There's
No.
more there, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
I don't think love is an alcohol.
Guess not, no.
Good thing you're an unrecovering alcoholic.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But
I guess you already know that.
You will never finish your alcohol quest if you don't buy beautiful alcohol.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Oh, it's a quest. You complete all your quests, don't you?
The wall is filled with various
$10 says
bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
I bet if I completed the alcohol quest by drinking something, I would simply get another quest to drink more alcohol.
just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
9/18/27. So it'll be slightly cheaper to get a Hypnogamma.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
I'm gonna sneeze. Ugh, I hope I got to the button fast enough. Oh, sorry about that.
The tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money. Do you know what
Nice.
you should do with that money, kid?
That basically paid for our meds. We're a genuine high roller. Look at our real. 47. 47? All right, go off you. I want to save. Okay. Almost enough to level up. Maybe we'll get enough to level up to talk to Kuno, and then we'll go to the fridge, grab the boots, and see if we can get...
Fuck does Kuno care?
Talk to Manana about the armor. Said to thank you. Wasn't too keen on chasing down that armor anyway.
Fuck, okay. Kuno's a giver like that, yes?
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like jello.
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
Whatever, kid.
What is this? Trying to be cool with your new asshole? Kuno was just being nice to you. You got fucked bad. Now limp the fuck out of here.
Okay, but where's the helmet?
After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face.
Yeah, real interesting.
The fuck do you want? Good call, Pigmeister. Kuno doesn't...
Okay. So we have a level up. We will go to the bear, get the boots.
The bear's eyes are still
We need perception. That's right. Hold on. Perception, level up. Accept changes.
The bear's eyes are still
92, baby.
Guarding over the freezing.
No fucking shot.
You touch the dead man's body. His skin is cold, light blue and silvery.
What?
The fridge. You still.
Nah. I'm gonna take a save scum on that. No. I draw the line at 3, okay? We like avatars together. Ah, thank you. And welcome on by, Off-Brand Offspring. Usually have a live 2D, but I do love the PNG. It was made by the wonderful Ray Draws stuff.
Fuck, does Kuno care? So?
Said to thank you.
Kuno sent you.
Look,
Okay.
Kuno sent you to rough some people.
I'll remember this, Kuno.
After this shit.
Yeah,
Kuno doesn't.
I'll remember this, Kuno. Okay. Save game. Save. I don't even know if this would actually save scum. But I'll give it a shot because that's bullshit. I've been taking a lot of L's on skill checks that should otherwise succeed, all right? I deserve at least one guaranteed success, especially on something that's a fucking 90%.
Glowing red. Your arm reaches out and your eyes close as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, dead flesh through the latex glove. It's right under the palm of your hand.
What is this?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a rubber spider, your gloved hand crawls on his features. Everything is silent all around.
Is your fingers in his mouth? Is there something in there?
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth. Around like a scallop. You're on the right track. The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, fragile, even through the latex. From the soft meat, teeth are budding. Hard pearls of bone in the gums and in the back of the mouth. Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. A vision of black and dark red death. Pried open by your hands and studded with teeth.
What is
Looks
it?
like he's laughing. Death fumes.
What's in the back of his mouth?
And there, in the back of his mouth.
Did he
above
swallow
the
something?
UV, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No
A
larger
hole?
than 4 centimeters in radius. The edges appear darkened. An abrasion collar. This is what we're after.
Abrasion color.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound. Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
Brainstem.
That's what this part is called. You've seen the drawings. You've studied them. The basal ganglia feels clumpy.
So,
The hair has torn apart his reptilian complex.
was he murdered? Or did he...
Will never sleep again. Never wake. Your yellow fingers slide into the remains of the limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper. Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow. All the muscles in your body harden. Time to enter him.
Why do you have to phrase it like that, physical instrument? What? Why? Okay, we're gonna have to damage the mouth or wriggle in. We'll wiggle. We'll wiggle. We're worms. We wiggle here.
Cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Ice cold serrated metal. Its edges cut right through the latex and into your finger.
Fish it out.
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. It feels sharp, like metal. Your face twisting from pain and concentration. All you need to do is just...
Good.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers.
Oh.
Your hand emerges from the mouth. The garden glove is covered in blood right up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
The writing is always so, like, just like in Sunless Skies, the Fallen London Writers. It's such a fascinating, artistic, like, picture they paint with words. You know, the between our fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead. Just, love that shit. Love it.
The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber rifle. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Can I have it?
Of course. You deserve it. We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion color. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Say nothing. Just nod.
Opinion, fatal injury.
Agreed.
One last thing. We can now fill in injury number 3. Ligament mark. Opinion non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
Yes, and the belt around his neck. The hanging. Even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
You think so?
I did not just come up with this. I've had my doubts since you showed me the tracks, officer. Why did they carry him?
It does make sense. It does make sense.
There is no satisfactory explanation. There have been other signs too. Small things. We were right not to assign hanging as cause of death, as the perpetrators expected we would. No such luck for them.
Maybe the bullet holds more
We
answers.
should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
That's
do
for
this?
us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
I think I need to wash myself.
I really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bath.
We got a quest to wash ourselves. I mean, XP is XP.
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day. Work on the case, tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
Well, first we have to remove his
I thought
boots.
we decided to leave it to processing. Let's not turn this into some kind of circus.
Damn it. This is turning into some sort of mega puzzle.
I thought we decided...
Ah!
This is turning into some sort of mega
All right. Bag him, Kim.
There go those beautiful enamel boots. You will never own the full set now. May they rest in processing.
No!
In another lifetime.
I will need a little help carrying him.
Oh, I misunderstood.
I'll take the legs.
Fuck. I just got the quest and now I failed it. Now I'm sad. I have made myself sad. Quest failed. Let's see if we can get the cafeteria window check.
Behind the dock workers, a ceiling.
It's not time yet.
Branches scraped.
I see. Well, I think it's almost time for us to pick up our dice that we commissioned. Pick up the dice. So I need to wait until 1840. All right. I guess in the meantime, we can ask about these special borscht.
You see a heavy stool. The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
You said you're friends with Manana, is that true?
The mention of Manana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures.
Good for you, Grocery Kubek.
Again.
You know what's behind that door?
Then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrug is an international sign for no, I don't know what's behind that.
Thank you, composure. I never would have guessed.
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his and then seems to wait for you to speak.
Sorry, I don't understand you.
One word. Sounds quizzical. Then he awaits your answer with
Borscht need more vodka?
of course.
Vodka.
Now that is a very, very special borscht indeed. Turn it up and then ask for some yourself. Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea. Honestly, the place is a powder keg.
No vodka. No vodka.
Gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait.
Well. Cancelled. Sag. I fucked up. I wanted all the cool armor, man. We'll never get it. Do need to check the bullet.
Sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with his orderly handwriting. The bullet looks especially sad, like a tiny, shriveled head of cauliflower.
What do I do with you, bullet?
Squished little thing has no idea. I know. You should find the gun that shot this bullet.
It's my friend. I'm gonna start talking to it. It will keep me company.
Sounds like something a police detective would do. First, you should learn all you can about this little guy. Then find the gun that shot it and the person that gun belongs to. He used it to kill your victim. Neato. The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag. The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is
5 millimeters
in diameter.
If it splays out, so then I think that means it's not jacketed, or no, not jacketed. Maybe a hollow point.
You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard.
I think that's an aspect of
it's quite
a
destroyed.
hollow point.
Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound. What's interesting about the bullet thus far? a jacketed bullet, which would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzle loader like those typically found on the streets of Martinez. Very interesting. You have an unusual military-grade bullet in your hand. Now all you need is to find a gun that could fire it. A rifle, Revolutionary period. Looks to be an old 4.46 millimeter from the surplus left over from the turn of the century.
How convenient.
Or a retrofitted antique. The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Belma-Grave rifle, a Revacholian manufacturer. The BM dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theater of the anti-centennial revolution.
Okay. Weird that hand-eye coordination's telling us this.
The dusty old thing you found hidden in the basement below the commercial area. It's unusable, sadly. If it were, the bullet would probably fit the chamber.
Okay, but is anyone still making these rifles?
Zediger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war. So there are still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken. The quality was appalling.
Well, who uses the Belma-Grave rifles?
Yes, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for the same thing you found in that hidden weapons cache, only in working order.
I see.
Back at the station, the lieutenant is standing at a counter, diligently filling out paperwork to hand over to a tired records clerk. You should share your findings with him as soon as possible.
Will do. Will do. Alright, so we still have an hour and change to kill before I need to go pick up my die. I wonder if there's anything else I could learn about the bullet if I talk to Renee.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabinier do for you?
I found your guard booth.
Yes, the Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the night. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
Must have seen something the night of the murder. Booth looks right into the yard.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
Wait, why are we on leave?
It's a private matter.
Oh no.
René is the kind of man who would rather die than admit he needs medical assistance or, God forbid, sick it. A real man's man is just gonna ride it out.
Did his wife die?
Fine, goddammit. Mind your own business. It's nothing. Just
Cutting back on coffee? No. We need more caffeine.
Last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me. Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officer. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
Someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
Evrard created this job for René because he
sinecure.
His pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Evrard gets it. Big guy looking after the small and everyone working together. Okay, drop the first bit and then everything else, and I'll say that's a good one. You know, community together strong. I would love to be in a small little row house co-op commune compound thing. Have a little garden, you know. I like cooking for a lot of people. I'll do that. Other people can help me with things that I suck at doing or don't want to do. You know, sometimes I want to cook a lot of things. Sometimes I don't feel like cooking. Sometimes I want to garden. Sometimes I don't want to garden. I'm a very vibesy person. I float in and out of things. Renee should rent out his services, invest the profit, get a few more guys, expand and repeat. No! Don't turn him into a small business tyrant! You fool! Renee is but one man. We need a program. Get all the elderly back in the job market. No! That just makes things worse. And also, you know, like, you're more than your labor. You know, you should fucking be able to live and not have to, like, work. Like, it's fine if you're doing, like, a little hobby thing. I certainly would like to do things even as I age out of the quote-unquote workforce. Like, right now, I think my retirement game that's on my mind is probably EVE Online, if that's still around. Because it's the kind of game that I would only be able to enjoy if I commit to it as if it was like a full-time job sort of thing. Like, I can't just dabble in EVE Online. I need to go full kit and caboodle, balls deep, Excel sheets on Excel sheets, fucking graphs, everything, to get everything out of EVE Online. There's actually nothing wrong with terror collecting. It's my side thing too. Proudly hold out the terror bag. I don't want to give Evart any kudos, so we're gonna go with this one.
I didn't mean to imply there's something wrong with that. I do it too. Everyone does it. It's an excellent side thing.
Yes. Can we conclude the topic of my guard boost now?
He is not going to become an entrepreneur.
I saw a picture there. Who's the girl?
She is nobody. This is none of your concern. And I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Got it, thanks.
Yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out.
I don't want to be spending all my points on skills. I don't know. I don't know how often level ups happen. I do like how it's a flat 100 XP, so that is kind of nice. Because there's a lot of, like, I feel like these are the better way of getting stats. But I haven't really been unlocking many. So I kind of want to hold on to skill points to see if we can get more stuff to load up. What was I doing? What other... Find money, pay for rent, track down our badge, clothes in the trash, Joyce call, get a reality lowdown, smoker on the balcony. I do think we need, I guess we need to grill Joyce some more to get that quest solved. Let's see if there's anything from Gart. We'll also pay for our room.
Got the 20 rand. Good. You got the room for the night. But remember, another thing. Great. Yes.
Okay. So we do have that. That's nice. We don't have to stress about it. I also wanted to make sure to go ahead and pay it, because if there's anything I do want to buy elsewhere, it'll just make sense. Have I interacted with this?
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
I see. Wait, how do I get on the roof up there? See if there's anything different from talking to Kuno alone. Nope. The heck? How do I get on the roof? I'm so confused. Is that from the shack? I feel like that's from one of the woman's rooms? Or is there some place I haven't seen in Whirling?
The door is closed. Still no.
Is there a way up? So that would go down. This is Kim's room. And then this goes to the balcony. So how the fuck do I get up there? I'm so confused. Well, while we're up here, let's go ahead and take a shower. Clean our stinky selves off.
This is not the... that soap scum smell. It smells like life. At least compared to you.
I want to live forever with the corpse smell. Memento Mori! No!
Bathtub slowly fills with water. The water beckons. The water is only lukewarm, but still comforting. Like amniotic fluid. A few beer cans are bobbing up and down along your flanks. Like sad duckies. You feel nice and lonely. And so tired.
Take the beer cans out.
You are alone with your thoughts in the tub. But it's easier than being alone with your thoughts outside the tub.
I don't really have a lot of like decent tubs that'd be good to be sitting in. But I do like in a shower, like sitting down and pretending like I'm meditating under a waterfall.
They're not even really thoughts, just assorted sensations. None of them acute enough to focus on.
Imagine something.
Corpse, you can still smell the cadaver on you. It's going to take more than one bath to get rid of that stench. Then, houses along a narrow street, a video rental, darkness on the planet's curvature. Your fingers grow pale and are covered with tiny whirls as the water cools.
Ooh.
What are you doing? You're not some fat fish in a fucking aquarium. Time.
Yeah, I guess Physical Instrument wants us to go.
As you stand, you are cold now. Your clothes stick to your still moist skin.
Hey, we got some healing. That is always nice.
The window stands broken. The morning light.
Okay, there's nothing out there. Is there anything with...
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore. It's your face in the mirror, adorned with...
Okay. Let's see. Where else can we go? I guess we can go to the apartments. See if we can find anything about the smoker. Wait, this is not the right way to the apartments, I think. I think we have to go around. Man from Heimdall and the wildfire. Not seeing any tear to collect. I kind of thought there would be bottles that respawn per day, so you could have like a slight steady income.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Conceptualization.
Yeah. Why?
Had to take a chance for the old boxcars. Anytime they give an option to have a guaranteed win. You know, I'm gonna spin. I'm gonna spin. Okay, so back here. Try and check through these doors. Ooh. Damn, the fact that alcohol actually gives you stats as well. Really, we're going clean. We're kicking it. Kicking the habit.
Just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers, the iconography of communism. In other words, the star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mazov and the communards during the revolution.
Okay.
Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Why is the star upside down?
The toppling of the old order. Also,
okay.
Some social democrats were
some soft dems were using it.
White is the color of peace.
You fucking serious?
Gone is the glory of hope. Only the scribblings of impoverished students remain in dirty hallways.
Great, just random morale damage. Thanks, buddy.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11. No reply. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
I wonder what the success check looks like when you don't have the chain cutters in hand. I'm mildly curious.
This door has been closed with a padlock. The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud.
What do we have in here? Ooh. Someone really likes their revolutionaries. Books of critical theory on the monstrosities of capital and such. 9mm bullet. Ooh, we got a jacket. I see. It's kind of stylish. See, this is giving us shivers. I don't care for esprit de corps, but shivers is kind of interesting. So I want to have a bonus to shivers.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with
the not Karl Marx.
The name on the plinth reads Kraz Mazov. Honestly, he does kind of look like you after all.
Father Mazov
Fills you as you look into Mazov's marble eyes. The hallway behind the door is empty. No one else heard your courageous salute.
For shame.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is bare.
Well, it doesn't sound like they're able to pay their rent, because they did get locked. Postcard, Boogie Street.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture.
Okay, wait, let me get my bag.
You hear the walking stops abruptly, but you can feel tension on the other side. Sounded like a woman's shoes. A poor communard from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
That's an interesting bug. That's the police.
Do I have to open the door?
I mean,
Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Good for standing your ground. Don't open the door if they don't have a warrant. Of course, I wish I had other ways of introducing. Be like, hey. Hi. Then again, I am a cop. I am trying to investigate.
A moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
Aww. You all right?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me. Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
Looking for a Martin Martinez.
Find plenty of Martins here. Don't you worry.
No, you don't understand. I'm looking for a real person named Martin Martinez. You told me he's Martin Martinez.
Brain. Someone played a trick on you. Martin Martinez is a name for anyone who comes from Martinez, like Jim Jamrock or Raoul Ravachol.
I see.
You really didn't get the joke there.
Oh, rhetoric failure.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
He's wanted for murder. No trouble. I just want to talk to him.
Talk? He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
All right, that's good to know.
Away, policeman.
Who lives in apartment 10?
Lives there. It's been empty for months.
I talked to someone through the door.
I would know if someone had moved in there. Maybe it's those countercultural people again, breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you? Great.
All right. Why not?
People. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans.
One of the residents on vacation? Their mailbox is overflowing.
Come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone.
Who lives in the padlock door?
Oh, that one is a scientist, a future scholar.
I don't think so.
He studies astrology at the community college. Education's good. I always tell them to study.
Astrology.
With all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall.
You mean the stars and antlers? It's a symbol of communism.
What now?
Communism. You know, like the World Revolution.
Never heard of it.
This woman. This poor old lady. Can you tell me about Cindy?
Teased. Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still, she leaves an old lady to her business. More than...
She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something into her handkerchief.
Aww.
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
Do you live here?
If you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room.
I see.
Barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
Well, it's a simple life.
All she gets, too. The coastal wind beats down hard on the coal room door outside. Splashes of waves make the balcony slippery.
That's kind of spooky. What's out this window?
A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the stony floor.
Don't damage me.
A former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to -20 degrees Celsius. It's clean and empty, with new tapestry embellishing the walls. A standard HB graphite pencil has fallen off a three-legged stool in the middle of the room. She had an eye for beauty, is red from the cold. She's breathing on her fingers, clasping the plan. Traces of sadness are visible in her expression. Faint
what's the
pencil
plan?
lines on paper depict the same place, but a missing eastern wall connects the room with the neighboring apartment. Ideas for arranging the furniture have been jotted.
A hidden area? Oh. 16 days of coldest April.
In your hands, you hold 16 Days of Coldest April by Yekatina Dahl. The cover image shows a row of concrete apartments above. Indeed, the book is unusually heavy in your hands, as it would do that in Grad. You flip through the book. The pages are thinner than you realized.
There's something in here?
Small and tightly set. It's nearly 600 pages long. Art is dense and difficult. If it didn't feel like you had to wrestle a suicidal bear to get through it, you weren't really reading.
Conceptualization, you're kind of crawling up your butt there.
The back cover is dominated by a black and white photograph of the author. She can't be much older than her mid-30s in this photograph. And yet, in cold, detached prose, the author describes a scene from one of the Yugo riots.
Okay, so Grad is basically Russia, I think.
Motor carriages and set trash cans ablaze, while heavily armored guardsmen dash in and disperse them in a flurry of baton blows. As tensions run wild, a pair of young lovers meet each other on the street. Somehow, in the middle of all the chaos, they manage to lock arms and look into each other's eyes.
Alright, what happens next?
It would physically hurt you to keep reading. Are you sure?
Read 10 more pages. Literally took damage! I took health and morale damage!
Love affair. And in the end, they betray each other and succumb to the absurdity of Gradian life. The man becomes a lens grinder, completely abandoning his former existence.
To be fair, it did tell me.
The daily drudgery at the Lenka Polyfabricate. Happiness and fulfillment have eluded him his whole life. And in the end, he has nothing to do but dedicate himself to the craft.
What about the woman?
The next several decades standing at a conveyor in a Sosnovo fish processing plant. The smell of fish guts slowly seeps into her hair.
Oh, that's fucking grim.
As every single one of her dreams dies, one by one. The memory of their short time spent together tortures the former lovers ceaselessly until the end of their days. Years pass in solitude, their bodies growing ever more decrepit. As life leaves their remains between the soil sheets, their final thoughts are filled with regret.
Well, shit. Right, there was... Oh, damn, reading that book sure did pass time.
You hear someone walking around.
Excuse me? Of course not.
You cooking morphine in there? I need to warm it if I suspect is there a break-in.
Oh, come on.
With my power as a protagonist, I will now loot your place. +1 to indirect modes of taxation. What? Alright, what are our current shoes? Composure and savoir-faire. Indirect modes of taxation. Affluent money maker man. I feel like this is about to be an interesting situation.
Things Just look at those black monk straps. After spending an entire day hustling, who's to say that you didn't deserve a pair of ridiculously expensive shoes on your tired feet?
You're right. Beautiful things do make people happy.
Beautiful things give you a rush. It's power. Crafting your style, draping your flesh in silk and leather, deciding how to present yourself to the world.
I mean, I would say at one point this is fine. You know, sometimes it's nice to just dress well for yourself. You know, just wear something nice because you want to wear something nice. Not for any special occasion, but just, I don't know. There's certainly been times where if I'm having kind of a bad day, or if the morning feels particularly bad, I'll dress in better clothes to kind of make myself feel a bit better.
Remember, when they come to take it away from you, you worked for those shoes. Whether you like it or not, wearing these shoes has made you more liberal.
Oh shit. No! No! No, I got +1 ultra liberal for putting on the shoes. No! I made a mistake. A terrible, terrible mistake. Must be a fine mattress. Actually, it's swarming with bugs. Ooh, we need that.
Satisfied? My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see?
Boy, there are a lot of different keys there.
At
least.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
Fumbles through her purse, fishing out a light, paper-clad passport.
It feels flimsy in hand, with the words Revachol Zone of Control written under a nondescript municipal logo. There's a picture of her with shorter hair inside, along with all her personal details.
Nice haircut.
Do you have any questions? I need to be back in Midtown in an hour.
Lives in a foreclosed apartment down the hallway.
That's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but... And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall.
There's a hole in the wall where the worms can... You know what? That train of thought, we'll just leave it there.
A hole in the wall. Can you believe it? And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that.
Damn.
Some must have been puny.
My money also disappeared, I think. Couldn't have been much money. These apartments are pretty shabby.
These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture, a million real view of the bay, good ventilation, neighbors, life, spark, and they are affordable.
I'm sure they are, real estate agent.
Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going to blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards. Well, it does not disappear from my hands. No, I don't let it. Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both. I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place.
Sounds like they knew how to have a good time. Who lived here?
Was some kind of a moribund old man who used to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent.
A sudden serious look crosses her face. This story didn't have a happy ending.
But that was months ago. Anyway, of course.
Task updated. Oh, do I just... Okay, we just had to report back to the cleaning lady. All right, then let's go get our dice. Just a real estate agent setting up the room for new tenants.
I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them.
No one is coming. There'll be nothing but squalor unless we start killing real estate agents. So technocrats coming to save the world. Lax women and sexual deviants. That's who'll come. No, that's way too conservative. I'm sure everything will be fine. This apartment building needs slow change. The incrementalism choice. I say we start removing the real estate agents because housing is a basic necessity and shouldn't be commodified.
We won't be killing anyone. And you shouldn't say things like that. You're a police officer. There's been enough killing. I've seen it.
She's seen it and know those who have been killed.
Anyway, now that I'm done traumatizing old lady, I'm off.